All right, so it's raining out there, which means good painting vibes, right? I don't know, it just feels quiet and introspective. So I was gonna start a new painting project today, but now even more reason to not run the errands I originally planned on running and just paint instead. So it's almost dry. It's a little wet right in here, and I'm really digging the texture. But now my thought is that when I paint the faces on here, right, using flesh tone, I like to leave little gaps in my painting so that the background color kind of pops through. And in the past, I've done this with hot pink and teal and like really contrasted colors. But this right here is kind of close enough to a flesh tone that if it pops through, it's just gonna look kind of like messed up or unfinished, or it's not gonna really work as nicely as some other things I've done in the past. So I'm thinking that maybe I'm gonna do some kind of blue underpainting, since that would be a really nice contrast with the kind of pinks and yellows of flesh tone. So I think I'm gonna do that. But first, I need to figure out how I'm going to arrange the painting area of my studio, because this is such a large scale project. I'm going to have to do a little bit of rearranging. Today. Got this face in. I'll probably tinker with it some more, just kind of, you look at it with fresh eyes tomorrow. There will be some things that I want to shift, and then I'll get this face done. I'm probably gonna have to remix my colors. I used a lot on the face. And then I'm gonna put in, I guess, the shirts, which are both blue, and then probably some sort of color I'm gonna kind of like roughly go in kind of around them, but still letting some of this peek through. So I feel really good about the start. It's probably the biggest face I've ever painted, at least in oils. So yeah, feeling good today. All right, it's night 2 of the whole painting thing. Kind of there we see it. And yeah, it's kind of late. It's 9:30. I'm like even debating, do I really even want to start painting? Because I do want to watch 90 Day Fiancé, but I'm looking at that face and the structure of the nose just isn't quite right. So I think I'm going to work on that for a bit and just kind of tinker on this face just for a few minutes, because it is always good. It's like I feel fresh. I'm like looking at it with new eyes. I'm seeing flaws in it, things I want to fix that I didn't see last night. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for a bit. And then on Friday, I'll get going on that down there when I just, feel like working for a longer period of time. So yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. So yeah, I guess I'll get going on the thing that I'm going to do tonight so that I can sit down and veg out in front of the TV for a bit. Saturday. I've been painting for the past couple hours. I got that face done, and now I'm just kind of at a point where I'm trying to decide design-wise what I want to do. I took a picture with my phone and I put right here with the little markup thing, I kind of filled in the shirts because visually those shirts just really they anchor the image. That large area of dark really changes the design of it. So I kind of filled that in digitally on my phone. And now I'm trying to think about what I would do with the background. And I don't really know. I've just been thinking about it. I've been looking at other oil paintings. I asked my husband's opinion and he said, leave it. But I don't think that that's what I want to do. I think I want to put something down and then leave bits of it around the edge, but I'm not really sure. I just don't like the idea of it looking like these kind of scratchily painted images on a background. I want it to have kind of multiple layers so you don't immediately something about when you can immediately tell what the process is. I don't like that. I want it to be I don't want it to look like she went and did a wash on the background and then painted the figures on top, letting the background poke through. I mean, it's not a secret or anything, but it's just, I don't know. I want there to be a little bit more complexity and the layering of it, even though, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. So I'm just thinking about that. I don't know what I want to do. The other thing I'm doing right now is I'm procrastinating on cooking dinner. But really that is what I should do. I should go cook dinner, eat, and all that, and then come back and work on it some more. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. steps of a painting are usually like you paint a little bit and then you step away and then you paint a little bit more. So there's not, it's weird. It's time consuming, but it's not a lot of painting. But I think that's the way it goes a lot of times. You're just, you know, working out those final details, trying to figure out what will make this look finished, hopefully without overworking the whole thing. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. But I think I'm gonna, at least for the video's sake, call it finished because, you know, I don't know. I mean, I might tinker with it maybe over the next week or so, but I think I'm done. I feel pretty good about it. So that's where I am now. The kind of gist of the whole thing is when there is a group of people or like an ideology, people having, I guess, different visions within that same ideology. So I think a lot of times, especially when people have some sort of belief system that is separate from our own, it's kind of like, oh, they're like a monolith, they all agree and stuff. And you know, when you look at your own belief system, groups of people and philosophies, people are always kind of disagreeing. And so it's a portrait of me and my sister, so you know, we quite literally come from the same place, but you know, we look similar in the picture, we're dressed similar, we have that blue underpainting, but we're looking in different directions, so just having different visions. And I liked the expression on my sister's face, kind of the main face, where maybe she looks tired, maybe slightly exasperated, but not like actively angry, because I was just thinking it's kind of silly to get really worked up and angry over engaged people having a vision for, you know, hopefully doing good and all of that. So it's like, it's just the nature of a group, it's the nature of being a collective, is trying to solve these issues and trying to work together. I kind of view people having differing opinions as a symptom of engagement in a system. And while that is frustrating, it just is. There's not like a solution, and I feel like that face kind of represents that to me, just kind of like, I don't know. That's kind of my thought right now about the whole thing. Let me know, do y'all like hearing thoughts behind an art piece? Do you feel that things like that is kind of like the deal if like you explain a joke and the joke's not funny anymore? Like, is it cool to hear a thought behind it, or is it like, oh, that just seems tacked on and stupid? I don't know. What do you think? I like to have some sort of kernel of a thought. It helps me make decisions, and it helps me, connect more closer to the work. So I like to have at least a little bit of a thought. But at the end of the day, I want to make something that looks nice. I want to make something that looks well designed and engaging. And that's the most important thing to me. So it's always about the design and the aesthetic, the look of it, and then having the thought behind it. The concept is kind of a secondary thing. But I still want to express something in the things I make, for the most part. Sometimes I make stuff just for fun. Alright guys, that's enough of me rambling, and I will see you in the next video. Whatever that video might be. So until then, I'll see y'all around. Bye!